All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol SNDL, Sundial Gores Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And before we jump into everything we're about to see here in this chart and what it's showing us and what we're going to look at in detail, I do want to announce to all investors the launch of my website. I just launched it last week. It's still being developed. I have a few posts. And I want to say thank you to those of you that have posted as well your comments. And I will be posting more frequently very soon in the next week or so. And then moving forward, January, everything will go ahead and be developed as planned, right? Weekly stocks to watch, monthly stocks to watch, and so forth. We also have a video as an intro to give you an outlook and idea of the future of this website and the purpose of the website. Right, to build a community of investors that are looking to learn and grow together. And then we also have here the different forums that you'll have access to and you can go ahead and check out. But you have to become a member. So you have to go to the members options, and there's two options. And down below, you can see what each one will give you access to. Now, this is completely optional. You don't have to become a member. The YouTube's going to stay the same. This is just further addition to just talking about stock charts and talking about way more other stuff that includes with investing in finance and be part of the community. That's the cool part as well. And that's the most exciting part. I can't wait to see as the community develops and there'll be more engagement with one another, and investors are allowed to go ahead and share their opinions in gathering of investors and rendezvous and share thoughts and knowledge, as well as any news that they think that other investors should know about. But everything on the website, don't just base it off of just the website or off of just one user or member. You definitely want to do your research and due diligence. But let's jump back into SNDL, and the link to the website will be down below in the description. So here we are with SNDL. I've been talking about how it's getting closer to newer lows every single time. It got close to a little bit underneath 46 cents at 45.97. It broke through a newer low here at 45.10. And if it held itself up from that 46 cent range, that 45.10 range, which is the lowest point that we saw yesterday, it was going to be in a sideways consolidation or actually on its way back up to newer highs. So it certainly did that. It reached highs here of about 55 cents, came back down, and it's fighting to stay above the 50-day moving average. So this is on the right track. You can see here there's a slight move, right, from this point, the lows here, to where it's leveled off. And the question is, could the bulls continue this run? We're going to look at it real closely in just a moment. We're going to look at our new resistance. We're going to look at our support. And we're also going to look at the 50-day moving average. Now, previously, I used to emphasize a lot 46 cents. Because that's the lowest point here, and it's one of the lowest points that we touched nearly back in these lows, right? Now, the new low that we want to pay close attention to that recently was made is 45.10. That's probably one of the most important support levels here based off the chart, that if it gets crossed, this could be on its way down further into bearish territory, newer lows and newer support levels. But the bulls have appeared, and let's zoom in here and see what is important for tomorrow. But I want every single investor to keep 45.10 in mind. It's probably one of the most important support levels that we've seen nearly in the last couple of days and this whole trajectory of bearish run, right? So here we are with our new resistance and support. Let's get these to the T because these are very important numbers to keep in mind. And our support was touched twice in the day. So it's a very important support level and nearly almost a third time on that downward trend. So the highest point reached was up here at 55 cents. I'd write that down. Super important resistance level. Once this resistance level is broken through and this momentum continues, if the bulls can work their way up. The 50-day moving average is 48.83. I can't land exactly on it. It keeps, oh, there we go. 48.83. Super important number. That lets us know on what side of the chart we're in. If we're above it, we're in bullish territory. If we're below it, we're in bearish territory. So I want to talk about this support, and I want to break this down. So back here at 45.10, super important number. And the lowest point before the run was 46 cents. You could see that here. So 46 cents is still a very important support level as well. If this was to break through the 50-day moving average and support, 46 cents comes before 45.10. 45.10 is ideally the furthest down right now that we've seen, but 45.10 is just the indicator that this is going to hit newer lows that we have not seen before in the last couple of days and also month. But this 46-cent mark right here is super important because that's the lowest point before the run, and we're right back at it as one of the most important support levels. So I want every single investor to be aware of that and write that down so you can kind of have these lines broken down as important levels. So 46 comes before 45.10, but 45.10 is the most important low that will start to see newer lows and get much further into bearish territory if those support levels get broken through. But before getting there, we have our support here at 48.61. So if this gets broken, the bears have accomplished breaking through the 50-day moving average. They accomplished breaking through support, and they're on their way down to newer lows and newer support levels. So we want to watch this very closely, how the stock is behaving. That's a very narrow stretch there if it was to break through the 50-day moving average and support. So you have that range between support and 46 cents to see how the stock is reacting and if it's going deeper into newer lows, or are the bulls trying to reappear and bring it back up. Now, on the other hand, we have our resistance, and this resistance is 52.99. I mean, to the thousandths place, that's 0.0001. So I would round that up to 53 cents. 53 cents is super important to keep in mind. The bulls need to break through this. I want to emphasize that. The bulls need to break through this resistance to continue the momentum and actually move further away from the 50-day moving average, turn that into that staircase effect, and then do another staircase effect and work their way up to newer highs and newer resistance levels. So super important for the bulls to break through this resistance, turn it into a support, and actually break away from it to get further away from the 50-day moving average and work their way up deeper into bullish territory, new resistance levels, and newer highs. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. As you see here on the graph, these circles are the dates that the pumps have happened, and I use them as examples to show you guys how much the stocks have risen and the S&P 500 index rose on those dates. And the reason why it's rising is due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. On these dates, the charts and the dates speak for themselves, as we can see it here, and I break it down into more detail in the video. But just to summarize it, on these dates, the S&P 500 rises, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share that does add up, and these individual ticker symbols are giving you back profits. These are profits, and like I always say, profits are profits. Whether it's $1 put into the market and you get back $2, you've put in an initial investment and you got back more than what you started with. That's what it's all about. And also in the video, I go into further detail showing you guys these dates and showing you how much it rose. Like, for example, this was one of the last pump dates, and the lowest point that it reached was down here at 35.11, and the highest point reached was 35.57. That's like a 40-point jump. And here we're seeing the same thing. It went down to 35.88, and it rose up to about, I'd say, let's see, this is all still in the same day. It rose up to about a total amount of 36.23. When you do the math, that's almost a 40 to 50 point jump, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with this. Now, I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform every single investor on the great news, on the opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. You have to do your due diligence and research, but these charts and the dates speak for themselves. I mean, this was probably one of the largest jumps that I've seen in the last couple of pumps. And it was down here at 33.02 and it rose up to about 33.88. That was an 80-point jump. There was probably ticker symbols rising up more than $3 per share on those dates. And even on these dates, there's individual ticker symbols rising more than $3 per share. Check it out. See for yourselves. And my best advice is look for ticker symbols that may be resembling the behavior of the S&P 500 index, and you'll be able to go ahead and give it a shot. Check it out. Again, I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm just here to go ahead and share the information along with every single viewer and investor. The video should be popping up soon. If you haven't seen it already, pop up. There is the link down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.